What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Zergling Infestor to Grandmaster. We are at 4,339 MMR. We got stuck at 4.2k for a little bit. As you can see, we did have a little bit of a rough patch, but in the last episode, we got a bunch of dubs, including our best Zerg late game yet, a game where I knurled pretty much an entire Protoss army. It felt like every single unit sometimes. Today, I want to continue doing just as well. Let's begin. First game of the day is going to be against a Zerg player, a ZVZ. So I guess we're going to be starting this episode quite feisty because ZVZ does get a little crazy. Now, I was thinking about something, guys. I want to share... Oh, it is very laggy. This Singaporean server, what a treat. First game of the day on Singapore. Why the hell not, guys? Microing Lings without Banelings against Banelings was going to be hard enough, but now it's going to be even harder. That's all right, though. You guys know I love the challenge. What I was going to say, completely unrelated, by the way. I was very surprised that you guys haven't been telling me to get a haircut, because you guys always start telling me en masses to get a haircut when I grow it this long. But then I realized it was probably because my beard was so crazy that you guys might have not realized that my hair was crazy. So I think the haircut comments will probably commence. I mean, especially now I've mentioned it myself. I think I'll probably only do a couple of videos more before I decide to shave it off. Let's make a deal, guys, okay? Wait, did I make an overlord? No, I didn't. Oops. If I go for 5 more videos without shaving my head, you guys can call an intervention, okay? If it's less than 5 videos, then we're still in the clear. But if it takes me that long, then I've absolutely lost the plot. So that's the deal that we're going to cut here. Now, let's see. What am I going to be doing against this Zerg? I'm definitely going to have to get gas because... I think without link speed and probably without Evo upgrades as well, I'm not quite sure we can do much. Like, the fast Infestors is never going to be a good strategy in ZVZ. Let's just be clear about that, right? Like, fast Infestors never really going to work out. Dude, my ping is actually 280. Oh my god. Like, this is actually the worst ping I've felt in a while. It's like playing on the Korean server. Holy cow. But I think I'll go for link speed first, and then we're going to have to get an Evo so I can get either melee or armor. I'm not quite sure which upgrade I prefer. So, armor upgrades are really good against Banelings because that means your Zerglings don't get one-shot by Banelings anymore, which, I mean, they would still all be 1 HP, but it's still a pretty big difference, right? If you get melee, you can snipe things faster. I think it's probably also a little bit better against Roaches, at least until they get upgrades. Because if the Roaches get upgrades, they'll two-shot your Zerglings instead of 3, and then you'll need +1 armor. I feel like it would make sense to get... attack first or armor first and then attack, or I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. The thing is, I feel like if we're gonna get attacked by Banelings, we should probably lose anyway. If my opponent executes it like perfectly, of course, that is. There can always be mistakes made. So maybe I should go for the attack first. This Evo was a little bit too early, by the way. I could go for attack first and then get the armor after, just for the Roaches to not two-shot my Zerglings. I think that sounds about nice. I'm gonna keep these queens up here very nice and suspicious, just so that Lings don't get into my base. I think if he sees no third and my queen's on the ramp... Well, actually, I think he's just going to be surprised, because it is a little weird what I'm doing here, right? I shouldn't be losing any drones here unless Singapore is, you know, really out to get me today. I think we're gonna be just fine, though. He's definitely gonna try and snipe that drone again. Obviously, I'm not gonna let that happen. At least I hope so, else that would be a little embarrassing. Now, let's see. Does he have a base? Okay, he does have a third base. I was getting a little scared there for a while. So I made an extra set of queens. This is not something you'd normally want to do when you're playing mass Lings. But I feel like I just kind of have to, considering I'm, you know, only going to be playing Zerglings and I can't really defend Banelings that well. So I think these extra queens are going to be quite helpful. I'll try to block this again so he doesn't get into the base. At this point, I think he's definitely going to be a little confused, but he is going to be able to scout that third base. I don't think he can actually kill that, so that is nice at least. I guess I'll spread a little bit of creep in my main, because why not? He's going to see the third now. I guess I'll send a couple of queens to attack that. He's going to see that I'm still covering my main. I don't think I saw any additional units rally from his main base. That would be pretty nice for me to know I'm not being attacked. I'm going to make a ton more drones. I think it might be time for a lair, actually. I don't necessarily like going for a lair this early, but it does also make sense. Like, I need to get something up, you know, to be able to defeat roaches at some point, right? And I guess Infestors might as well be the thing I'm going to build. He doesn't have upgrades on these links yet, so I guess for now, we are pretty much even in that regard. I could try to get a decent fight here if I get a little bit of a choke, but I'm also not very confident that I'll be able to, you know, pull off the micro on this amount of ping. I think I'm going to make another hatchery, actually. I think I really need the extra larva here. And this overlord should definitely be dead. I think I'm going to keep making drones until I see that we're being attacked. So he has links. Oh, I need to get out of here real fast. Need to keep the ping in mind, of course. That was actually very close. So my +1 melee is going to finish now. That's actually a pretty big deal. I want to make sure that I don't fight without it. Let me grab all my queens, actually, because they're going to help me defend this first attack. I think this is going to already... Oh, he's coming back. That's very nice. I was going to say this is going to be a little painful, but then he came back with all his units, so that is quite nice. Guess I'll try to snipe a couple drones. Look like he is a little afraid of mass links coming in. I think theoretically it should be good for me that he is making that many Bane links instead of just going for like the, you know, the killer roach count that we've mentioned before. But I mean, it's still going to be scary no matter what, right? Okay, so there's a big army here. I think I'm going to counterattack with the rest. He's going to... Well, I'm not sure if he's going to lose those... Well, okay, I guess he is going to lose that links if he's going to do that with them. He's going to lose all of them very easily, in fact, which is super nice. There's probably going to be a couple of Bailings here if I had to guess. And we are going to get in the main base. All right, this is really good. Now we're going to see if there's mutas. I guess this could technically be mutas. I'm not 100% sure if it looks like it would be. But okay, this is going to be a really good first attack. I didn't have armor upgrades yet there, sadly, so those links are going to die pretty easily. But this is obviously a very good start to all of this. I'm going to get another gas. And now it's time for me to make the spine crawlers. Don't forget about the spines, guys. We really need them. And actually, Burrow could be a very cool upgrade to get in this scenario, right? I didn't really think about it until now, but Burrow could be pretty awesome. Maybe I can get like a really big trap on the roaches at some point, or I could just burrow zerglings all over his bases. That could also be pretty nice. I think we talked about the fact that getting double upgrades wouldn't be that important, right? So I'm going to attack in here now. Maybe I can just right-click this base. Let's see. He's probably going to come... Dude, if I can get that, that'd be massive. I'm just going to make more spines. I think I'm going to get this base. The Bailey's going to hurt a little bit. He did have a couple of transfuses, and we are going to get it. We killed that because of the +1 melee, by the way. So that is quite awesome. I'm going to have so many spines here. I think I built one Infestor, but I'm actually not sure if I did. Might have been... Oh, I got Burrow instead. Actually, not sure. Maybe I do have one Infestor on the way. Maybe I did just get Burrow. Let's see. It should be spawning now at some point. Okay, so I'm going to try run by with these. He's keeping his Bailings at home for this, which is quite nice for me. It looks like I'm not going to be able to snipe that queen, unfortunately. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything here. He's going to see how many spines I have, and he's going to be like, what the hell, bro? Let me get a fungal. This could be a really nice... Wait, it's actually going in. I can't believe that fungal actually paid off. And now I'm going to be able to surround him because the fungal kept him on creep for a little bit too long. He hasn't killed the Infestor yet. I guess I'll give that a little bit of a transfuse. And there we go. You know, I have to say, guys, my opponent really is playing like he's extremely confused. Like, he's playing like he has absolutely no idea what the hell is going on here. And I mean, can we blame him? I don't think so. Now, I think I'm going to be resaturating my bases. I do have my armor upgrade now, which means these are not going to die to one Bailing hit anymore. Can I get enough done here? I'm not... Oh, wait, actually, my Zerglings did so well against the Bailings there because of the +1 armor upgrade. I am going to get... Oh, no, actually, I'm barely going to get blocked here. I guess I'll do one fungal. That's not going to be too helpful. Probably retreat with most of these. I'm getting so many freaking drones here, by the way. Like, I don't think he's noticed that I have these links killing drones at the same time. He's going to lose pretty much every drone there. And maybe now I can still get by into the main base. Exactly. There we go. I mean, so far, this strategy is actually working out perfectly. We always talk about how difficult ZVZ is going to be, but this has actually been a very pleasant game for us so far. Now, I still have to be careful that there's not going to be like any mutas on the way at some point. I think I'm going to get 4 of these spines and burrow them here. Going to get a 5th queen so I can inject that base as well. I'm on 57 drones, which is really not bad. It's also not amazing, but it should be good enough for the situation here. Now, what am I going to do now? I think we have to make some more drones, right? If we don't get enough drones, then we're going to be in trouble. Let's see. We could also go for the Hive, by the way. Hive is not the craziest idea. I guess I'll just try to snipe. You have Bailing speed of all things. That is kind of crazy. Guess I'm gonna click a ton of those links away. Let's try to burrow them over there. I'm gonna get into the main base again, which is really nice. Yeah, maybe a Hive is actually the play. GG is going to be called. And this GG, I think, is actually mainly forced by the fact that we had all these spine crawlers. Because if you look at the army count now, remember that I always talk about how good roaches are. 21 roaches against 29 lings. Admittedly, 21 roaches is not that much. It's not quite the snowball count that you want to have. In fact, I didn't really think about this, but he was going to have a hard time spending his money because he wasn't going to have the larva here. But because all of those spines, he would never be able to attack. This was a really nice warm-up game. Let's go for game number 2. Game number 2 is against a Protoss player. Now, guys, I just checked my win rate. And once again, I know it's a small sample size. I usually have to say this in these challenges because, it's not like we played that many games. But my ZVZ win rate just surpassed my ZVT win rate. So I think maybe I've been scamming you guys all this time because I've been telling you ZVT is our best matchup. I'm happy we're getting a lot of Terrans because that's nice. But ZVT is actually our lowest win rate now. The highest is actually our matchup against Protoss, which admittedly we had the fewest games. I think we only had 3 wins and 1 loss or something like that. Followed by ZVZ at a 71% win rate, and then we had ZVT at 66. So ZVT right now is actually our lowest win rate, which is very surprising to me. But I guess in some ways it makes sense because I think in particular the Neurals are going to be a little weaker against Terran than against Protoss, right? Like if you're thinking about these late game units, then, Neurals are insanely good against Thors. They're really good against carriers sometimes, but not always. But Terran has a lot more annoying mid-game stuff that they can kill you with. Like one game I lost to 20 Blue Flame Hellbats when I just didn't even have that many Infestors yet and I only had Zerglings, right? That kind of stuff Terran does have a little more of. I also died, I think, once or twice to those really early bio pushes where someone just keeps attacking with bio and at some point I run out of Infestors and I only have Zerglings. And Zerglings are pretty good, but you do need a lot of them, which, I don't always have with my Zerg macro. So I guess it makes sense. Hopefully we can get a little better in every matchup by the time this series ends. I said a while ago that I really wanted to make this a long series. I want to get as far as we can, and maybe I'm even more motivated by the fact that I clearly have a lot to learn, because so far I have been making a decent amount of mistakes. Now that probe went to a very suspicious spot, don't you guys think? I feel like he's mind-gaming me, but there could be some pylons here. Okay, it's actually going to make pylons. Then, wait, huh? Why is he doing it like that, though? It's not even walled right now. Why? I'm not quite sure what okay, so he's going to make one there. I guess I'll make a spine crawler here. He can't even make a cannon there anymore, I believe. I can hit this with 2 drones, which is really not that bad. Guess I'll get these in here as well. He's not going to be able to escape with these probes very easily. Let's see, I'm going to make another spine. I'm not even sure if I'm not making any Zerglings right now, which is probably a little crazy, but I feel like we're just going to be able to get away with it. Like, I'm going to get a queen finishing now, and the queen should be able to keep... Wait, can I save this? Oh, that would have been... Wait, can I actually save it? Please don't shoot it. No, he target fired it. That's annoying. Who even target fires these days, guys? Come on. So he has a Nexus behind... Oh, okay. We can... How do I want to abuse this? He went for a very greedy Nexus, so he has no... Well, he has a gateway here. He's going to use this to make a cyber, I suppose. Yeah, exactly. He's going to make a cyber. I'm not going to go for link speed yet. I'll take a third base first. I want to be smart here, because our economy is going to be pretty similar. But his tech, or maybe not his tech, because he does have the cyber core, but his game situation is going to be relatively bad. It's really not going to be awful, but it's going to be relatively bad because he doesn't have a gateway at home, so he's not going to have any adepts. So I think after this, I'm going to make Zergling speed now. And I guess with that Zergling speed, we should be able to deny a third base for a while. Now, I don't want to get too much into stereotypes, but I do feel like people that do things like cannon rushes are significantly more likely to play those annoying play styles such as Sky Toss, DTs, things like that, I would expect there to be a pylon here with a Stargate, else he's probably going to make the Stargate here. I feel very certain we're going to find a Stargate. I could be wrong, of course. I could be wrong, but I feel very certain we're going to find a Stargate. There is a gateway being built. Now, obviously, that is built under the Overlord, so we can't trust that. How do I want to do this, guys? Overlord speed... I don't think that's what I want. I think I'm gonna stick with my Skytles theory. I could be totally wrong, by the way, but I think the build's gonna be okay otherwise anyway. And I'm gonna go for a double Evo here because that is gonna be a pretty good counter to that. Let's see. So there is indeed a Stargate over there, just like I thought. I think I'm gonna make. How many links should I make? Let's see. He's probably gonna have 2 or 3 gateway units. I'll make 14 Zerglings. And I'll just send them to his side of the map so he can't take a third base easily. That's the idea. I should be able to get a lair in time, even if he's going to do something really sneaky, like go for surprise DTs or whatever, right? So here are my 14 Zerglings. I'm going to start my... wait. Yeah, it is 14. Okay, for a second I thought I was really bad at counting. Try to deny his third base with that. Oh, I should definitely scout for hidden expansions on this map, by the way. Let's not forget about that. A hidden expansion. This map has gold bases, so that could be, you know, something very scary. Or very annoying, rather. I feel like I don't have a lot of experience with it because at the high MMRs, people don't typically play hidden expansion. But I'm sure you guys will feel like every game you've ever lost to a hidden expansion is really frustrating, right? Because it's like it can feel like you're doing everything right, and then you still die, and you're like, what the hell is this, man? And then you look at the replay, and you see a base chilling here, you know, 12 pros mining from the gold. Like, I feel like that's probably a pretty awful feeling. Now, I'm going to go for a couple spores. Right now, I feel like I'm on track for the Skytles theory, to be honest, because we haven't seen a lot of movement on the map. All we saw was a Stargate and a very passive Protoss player. These Lings are going to do exactly what they're meant to do. And this is what I meant by him being a little behind. Like, wait, he had to kill his own gateway even. Okay, well, this has to be Skytles, right? If this is not Skytles, I would be incredibly surprised. He killed his own gateway. But, like, he doesn't have any... Wait, I'm going to make more links. He doesn't have any gateway units. Like, he cannot hold this third... Like, he needs oracles to defend it. The only way he can defend it is by just making a lot of oracles. My 1-1 upgrades are going to finish soon. I'm not quite sure yet if I want to make 2-2. Like, if this is going to be Skytles, all my money should be spent in making queens, spores, infestors, drones, and hatcheries, right? Pretty much. Like, nothing else, I think. So, getting a lot of money trapped in... Well, I need to send a couple queens over there. Getting a lot of money trapped in, you know, those 2-2 upgrades, probably not the best idea ever by me. I'm not going to be able to save that because it's too low HP. Might be able to bait the Void Ray into staying, though. Let's see. I have to cancel it now. They're pretty close to actually killing one of those, so that's nice. I'll just make a million drones behind it anyway. So I'm going to be able to kill this again. Oh, actually, I couldn't pass there. For some reason, I really thought I could pass here. So that pylon's going to die. Let's start an infestation pit up already. And that means that this base is most likely going to die again. I do have my 1-1 upgrades. Oh, no, there is one carrier. I think the carrier got out a little bit too fast, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to start making a ton of spores. And I really just need to keep making queens, I think. It's really nice that we at some point evolved the rule that I'm allowed to make more queens, because these kind of games would actually be impossible if I didn't have like a lot of queens. I'm gonna get the upgrades for the queens instead. It's also pretty expensive, of course, but I think upgrades for the queens could be very nice, to be honest. Like, they're definitely gonna help me stay alive a little better against the carriers. I think I'm just going to keep making more drones. My economy right now is still slightly better than his, at least until he saturates that base. I do need to get Burrow as well at some point. Let's not get it on the lair this time. I feel like I did that in maybe the last episode where I got Burrow in the lair and I was never able to get a hive because I had to wait for freaking Burrow to finish. Let's see. Maybe I can actually break it. No, he does have the one battery over there, unfortunately. Make a couple more Stargates, as to be expected, of course. Gonna saturate this base fully, making some more queens. Or should I get a... I'm actually gonna get a hive. Adrenal Glands is gonna be awesome. And I also need to get Overlord Speed, actually. Let's not forget about Overlord Speed, because then I can do really big drops. And now I'm gonna start building my first Infestors. Okay, it looks like we did get ourselves stuck into another one of those... ZVP late games, but the last time we played one, we did actually win, even pretty convincingly, I believe. So that is a reason for confidence. I have 83 workers right now, which is really pretty good. I think I'm gonna make another... Actually, I'll make a hatchery here. Just because I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try to snipe that base at some point. I did the same thing. I really don't know how I sent queens to the other side of the map. I always do it. You guys must have seen me do it a million times by now. I always send queens to the other side of the map, and I don't even know how. One of you can probably like be a detective and go back in time. You don't have to, by the way. Don't worry about it. But I always send them across the map at some point. Now, let's see. I feel like Probably 40 links for the first wave is going to be good enough. I need to keep making Infestors, of course. I have 7 right now. Okay, so the thing here is, guys, is that my opponent here is actually making an army that I might not be able to kill with mass Infestors. Like, if I let him get to... let's say 10 carriers or so, right? 10 carriers with good upgrades. I think I might actually not be able to kill that with my Infestors anymore. Like, Neurals are great, but carriers kill things really fast. Like, I would need there to be no detection for that to work. We're also playing on the best possible freaking camping map, by the way. Now, let me get Adrenal Glands over here. I'll get a couple more drones on this base, and then I suppose I'll try to take the easiest base that I can take, which is going to be that one. Yeah, the problem on this map is this is like a super camp map, so I don't think I can actually really get in there very well. Like, if you look at the location on this map, like, you can just sit on this high ground with the cannons, and I'm really not quite sure we're ever gonna get a little closer. I'm not gonna be able to use my, or allowed to use my queens on the offense, of course, so that could be a little problematic as well. I think I'm gonna spawn 1,000,000 links behind this. Should I get more upgrades at this point? I guess at this upgrades, or this point, I might as well get more upgrades. Let's see. I think we should be able to get a little bit of damage done with these. Probably at least kill the main Nexus, I think. And then okay, let's see. This is going to be quite interesting. Maybe I can make something happen here in the same time. I barely don't have enough stuff here, unfortunately. I'm not going to get the Nexus either. Now, luckily for me, I did only use links for this, so that's not the biggest deal. I feel like this is, one of those styles we are going to struggle insanely hard against. No. We're going to struggle insanely hard against because if he's just going to sit on those 4 bases, I will never really be able to kill him, so I will just have to make 1,000,000 spores. I guess we do need a little bit more creep spread in this scenario, which, as you guys know, is really not my favorite thing to do, but if I have to, guys, I will. If I have to, I will. I think there's one more upgrade I can get, right? Yeah, 250 gas for that +3 armor. I have about 20 Infestors right now. 20 Infestors should be very strong. Still not quite sure if it's going to be enough, to be honest. It does feel like I have a little more links this... How do I have more links this time? I should have more Infestors than the last time, so why is there more Zerglings as well? Okay, so I guess we can just kill this really fast. The carriers shouldn't be able to chase me at all, so that is quite nice. So I'll take care of this. Oh, here we go. Okay, he does have... Oh, wait. Does he not have an observer? I think he does, right? Yeah, he does have an observer, exactly. Well, I did take over pretty much every single freaking carrier here. Yo, wait, these units are actually doing amazingly well somehow. That's actually surprising how well these are doing, right? Okay, I do need to go on a counterattack and rebuild all of those. But there you can see how freaking hard it is to really do anything. He's still at home with a couple of units, unfortunately. I do think we actually made a pretty decent initial dent. I know that sounds crazy to say because I lost all my Infestors, but realistically, I really don't think we could ever beat like a max carrier army. So we do have to get some... Yeah, probably suboptimal trades a couple times for us to win this game. Guess I'm gonna get even more spore crawlers. I do not have a lot of workers right now. How many do I have? 65. Yeah, I'll make a couple more. I definitely think I need some more workers than that. Kind of looks like he wants to go for a big attack. He could recall this time. Let's see. I guess I'll just target down this Nexus. No, target down the Nexus, please. You guys are... Why are they derping so? I think I'm gonna get it right before the recall finishes. Yes. Okay, that is super nice. Exactly. Okay, there we go. That's one of the moves that we need. Gonna make even more freaking spore crawlers. Probably can depower this one. And then let's see if I can get in here. Okay, sadly for us, this guy is not quite an F2 demon. But like, oh, he just rebuilt the Nexus right here. I'll just kill it again then, because why not? There we go. Wait, I can burrow these as well. I'm not sure if he has detection. He does have detection. Wait, this guy, he's a freaking expert, isn't he? Like, he's not an F2 demon. Okay, first of all, he's not an F2 demon. Why the hell are you guys doing that? He's not... Wait. I need to bring some overseers. Guys, I just realized he hasn't been using oracles for detection, so we could neural the observer. I know this is a crazy play, but it's worked for us before. If he's not using an oracle as detection, we could actually neural the observer, which is an awesome play. I'm gonna hotkey my Infestors because I feel like he might be thinking about attacking soon. So I just want to make sure I have those ready. I really don't think I want him to have that 5th base, though. If he has a 5th base, I feel like I will cry. Oh, there's a lot of army over here. He is attacking next to my spores and stuff, or at least I hope he's gonna attack there. That'd be very nice. Let's see. Okay, is there? I don't see the observer. I think I'm just gonna get some neurals off. I didn't quite manage, so I'm gonna fall back for now. Hopefully the spores can do a decent enough job here. Let's see. I'm gonna drop into the main again. The queens are doing decent, but not quite enough yet. He might be distracted now, so I think this is the time to go for it for us. Okay, here we go. Can I get the infestor, the observer? I want the observer. Oh, yeah, I did get the observer actually. Here we go. Okay, now I just have to attack each other with these carriers. Look at this. Oh, that's actually so cool. Oh, let's see if I can get some more neurals off. Okay, I mean, these units are actually doing really good here. Well, for me, I suppose, right? But still. Okay, do I actually have enough DPS here? That's the question. I have a couple more neurals. It is really not quite enough. Let's kill that one because that's a low HP. Kill that one as well. Man, we're actually getting very close to winning this trade here. He does still have that freaking observer over there, though. I think we barely don't have enough for now. Let's see. I think I'm just going to counterattack with a lot of these links, and then I'll make some more infestors in the meantime. I do have a couple more here. I have 8 infestors right now, which is really not bad. These links, I really want them to be attacking instead of derping around. That would be very nice. Guess I'll just target down these 2 pylons over here. That should work out very well, because these are freaking cracklings, and cracklings are extremely strong. Like, really extremely freaking strong. So this entire base should be dead in just a minute or so, depending on... well, I guess the buildings are actually already gone, so I won't even need that. So my opponent does have an extremely scary army. Whether it's enough for him to win the game with, I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of afraid it is, to be honest. I don't like losing these kind of games because I really feel like I'm doing my freaking best, but obviously it's always going to be hard. Let's see. I think I can actually kill all of these pylons. I think I might be able to get these freaking pylons here, guys. It would be insane. Okay, these all die as well. Let's get this pylon too. Okay, do I have enough links over here? I do have really good upgrades. I think I'm barely not going to have enough links actually to finish this off. I guess I can kill all the probes as well. These probes are going to disappear very, very fast. There we go. The probes all die. I did lose a lot of my links. I guess remaking a lot of the spore crawlers would be a pretty good idea. What do I want to do now? I still have all of these Zerglings. I guess just more than anything else, I don't want him to ever retake that bottom base. Let's see. I need more drones and I need more infestors. That's basically what I need, because I can spread creep with that one. At this point, he's probably rebuilt this over. That really scares me, actually. If he has rebuilt that, then I would say we're officially screwed. If he has that right now, we're definitely screwed, I think. Okay, let's see. That he's making... Ooh, I do like that. He's making a lot of Void Rays. That's kind of a sign of desperation a little bit. And Void Rays are also not the best against these nerds. It's really the carriers that are scary. The Void Rays aren't that scary. It's really the freaking carriers that are scary. Okay, let's see. Get the Infestor. Oh, I got the observers this time. I think I did actually get all of the observers. Okay, here we go. So the Void Rays can do everything by themselves. The carriers are going to shoot them down. Oh my god, I'm actually killing everything with the Void. Look at the Void Rays. That was a massive mistake by him to make Void Rays, because I'm killing all of the carriers so fast. Elmau, nice, and we have freaking done it. Oh my goodness, I even think that this might have been a little salty. There was no GG here. I think he was just upset that his entire freaking Skytles army got obliterated by a bunch of infestors. And there we go, 7 carriers, 7 Void Rays against 19 infestors. And these Void Rays might have been the biggest mistake of the game, guys, because the Void Rays kill carriers so fast with the prismatic alignment. He even activated it for me. I didn't have to activate myself, and I'm so happy with this one. I know this is a style that a lot of you guys hate playing against, and I feel so happy that I could make it up to all of us by winning against this Catarash into Skytles. Extremely happy. Let's go to the final game. The final game is going to be against a random player. Look at that MMR, guys. Actually looks pretty beautiful. 4-4-4-4. So we definitely climbed up a little bit from, you know, the days where we were stuck at 4.2k. Don't want to say it too early because we could still lose this game, of course. Now we're playing against a random player here. I guess I'll just go for my standard extractory trick hatchery first. Kind of safe against everything. It's actually not very good against Cannon Rush, by the way. But the last Cannon Rush, it was such a delayed one. It was like a Cannon Rush after Nexus first that it was okay. But this build, I think it is a little weak against Cannon Rush. But my opponent's playing random. Should be good against both Terran and Zerg cheeses. So I think we're going to be in the clear for now. It's actually pretty nice playing Zerg against random, to be honest. I always felt like this. Like Zerg against random is really freaking good, because you can actually just play hatchery first and even multiple versions of hatchery first against every race, you know. Zerg players never have to drone scout against any race. Like, the annoying thing for the other races is that you have to adapt your scout timings, you have to adapt your build or your building positioning even. But with Zerg, you don't really have to do any of that. I guess the only thing that could be a little annoying is, let's say you do want to send your Overlord across the map right away, because you might be playing against Zerg, and that's what you would do against Zerg. I'm not quite sure if it would truly be problematic if you didn't, but I know that you usually do want to send your Overlord right away. And that means that you're not going to be able to scout for, let's say, mass proxy gates or mass proxy racks. Now, at the same time, I don't think those builds are threatening enough that you really have to scout them. Especially if you're going to go for Extractor Trick Hatchery first, but still. I guess that is one downside I can think of, that if you're going to play against a proxy racks or proxy gate, that you're not going to be able to scout it. Now, what's funny for me is that I don't even really scout for those things anyway. So for me, nothing is really different at all, actually. So that is quite nice. Now, I kind of hope... Well, let's see. We played a ZVZ and a ZVP so far, right? Yeah, so I hope our guy is Terran. I do feel like if he was Terran, we would have seen something on the map yet, like a Reaper or an SCV. At least. Actually, the Reaper is going to spawn now. But an SCV for an SCV scout. Very likely he wouldn't do that because he is random. Now, let's see. The more time that passes that I don't see anything, the more I feel like we're getting cheesed. Okay, so it is a Terran, but... Wait, that's actually a pretty fast command center, isn't it? Or am I wrong? I could be wrong here. I feel like it's a fast command center, but not 100% sure. So I guess I'll get Ling speed. If there's no Reaper, then we don't really have anything to worry about, so I don't have to make any Zerglings or... Yeah, pay attention to anything, really. I guess until, like, Hellions come out or whatever. I do think I'm going to go for the Overlord speed build. That has been very comfortable for us these days. And then from that point on, we'll just decide. I think I still have had the best success by going for the double upgrade Lings. I feel like in these series, my macro has become better and my patience as well. And maybe even like my, I guess like my anxiety level, if that makes sense. Like very often I was like scared of being attacked by something, so I would make too many units. But like in the last game, I think I was really good at just droning up like crazy. Like maybe I should have still made more creep and taken more bases and stuff, of course. But I think at least this is something that we have already improved drastically. So Overlord speed is going to be on the way. I guess I should send another Overlord across the map as well. I do think I want a second gas if I want to go for the double upgrades. I guess I'll wait to see what the Overlord sees. That makes a lot of sense. Gonna send a couple more Overlords out on the map. We still haven't seen anything from this Terran, by the way, which is a little crazy. See, you do get another Queen now out here, which is nice. Let's see, what can we find? He's gonna see the Overlord. I'm feeling a Hellbat attack, actually. He doesn't have... Okay, well, this is a little strange. I'm gonna make a Spine just because it's already strange. He's making another... Okay, this kind of looks like I guess like a big 2-base all-in of some sorts. Right? Like a... I don't know, like a 4 racks or something crazy? I guess we're not gonna make the... Okay, we see he has a base. Huh. It's not a 2-base all-in. He's just playing without factory units. Okay, this is... Oh, my brain is exploding. As a Terran player, I can tell you guys my brain is exploding. Officially. Okay? In fact, it's already exploded. You guys just can't physically see it, but it's gone. Okay, so he went for 3C... This is super greedy. Command Center first. Or Run Rex Expand, whatever that was. I'm not quite sure. Into... super fast third command center without even a Hellion opener to save him from Zerglings. I feel like I have to spam a bunch of Lings just so I can punish that, because this is a little ridiculous what he's doing. It's not... I have done... Did I just kill my own Zergling? I have done crazy stuff before, so you know... Well, that's kind of an understatement, actually, but you guys know me. You guys probably were thinking about typing that in the comments the moment I said that. But still, he is being a little crazy. I'm not used to my opponents being this crazy. So I think I'm going to try for a big Ling flood. This, what I'm doing, is actually very risky for the reason that Mass Marines is not good against Mass Lings, unless you don't have enough Lings. So if I lose this fight one time, I think we're going to be screwed pretty much instantly. So I need to be very smart about this. He made this a planetary... Dude, this guy is... He's playing like me or something. Like... This is terrible. Why would someone play like me? Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, then you guys know me. I'm not gonna give up on my attack, guys. I'm gonna go for crazy setup number 2, and that's gonna be to do a big doom drop in the main base. I only have 37 drones, by the way. Like I'm actually playing like an idiot right now. I'll be honest. Like this is not. Please do not copy this guy. Oh wait, I don't even have a lair, so I can't even make drop alerts yet. I guess we're just gonna have to make drones for a little bit. Then let's see what he has. He hasn't even made a wall. I guess at this point, I should probably just be... I'll saturate this base. I think it actually should be pretty much saturated by now already with the drones that are arriving. And then I'll just keep making Lings and attack when I have 1-1. By the time I have 1-1, my lair should finish, so I can make the dropper lords and then attack at the front at the same time. I can't believe he doesn't even have a wall. He's gotten me... I'll be honest, guys. He got me real good, okay? This was beyond me. I got lost in the sauce somewhere along the way. Like, I'm not quite sure if I'm on the right track anymore. Okay, so these are finished. Let's make 6 dropper lords over here. Probably get burrow as well. He's going to see that I have 1 million zerglings now. Probably be a little surprised. I feel like mostly if you're being too greedy against zerg. Just so you guys know, by the way. I don't want to give any zergs the wrong idea here. If you play against a greedy Terran, what you can do is just be greedier yourself. You can't really be that greedy against Zerg if they can scout it, because they can just outgreed you even reactively. So normally what you would do here is just make 1 million freaking... Wait, why is he sending units here? Okay, I was going to say, does he have something across the map? Okay, this is going to be pretty tense here, guys, because... I should not be able to beat a big marine ball with what I have. I do have slightly better upgrades, but I have to imagine his upgrades are finishing pretty soon. So now he's going to see all these Lings into the main base, probably send his entire army over here. And then I'll send my entire army into the natural. Wait, he's actually still chilling over here. He's going to lose a lot of stuff here. Maybe I can target a lot of the add-ons. I feel like that's not a bad idea at all. And then I can go here in the front again if the marines are gone. He has a tank. That tank is going to die very fast, of course. Now, I do want to make sure that I don't lose all of these for free. Now I'm going to kill a lot of workers here. I saved 24 Zerglings there, by the way, which is pretty freaking crazy. Can I make him stim again? That'd be really nice. One more stim. Okay, actually, I think he did just stim. Now I can make a couple more Infestors. And I think this put us in a nice lead after all. Kind of surprisingly, to be honest. Like, it looked like it was going to be a slight disaster. Now, this might be the kind of game... I'm going to go for the Hive. It's a little crazy as well. Mostly because I haven't been able to afford my 2-2 yet. But I think Adrenal Glands is just so good that I really want it over anything. Now, I did make a couple of Infestors. Oh, okay, I saw that. That is going to be a good reason for me to attack in here, that is for sure. He hasn't clicked those units back yet. I think I need all my queens together. Not quite sure if I can get that. That is not... a move command over there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so he actually came back. Maybe I can try... Oh, he's not paying attention? No, okay, he's going to save that, unfortunately. Let's see if I can force... Wait, maybe I can save a couple of these. I sent these overlords here to distract him. Let's see if he can get one more stim. So yeah, I guess I'll kill this one depot. Maybe I can kill this one as well. He's not going to stim again, unfortunately. But that was all a very successful counterattack by me once again. I think now I can go across the map with these Infestors. I did just make another one, even though I should have started 2-2 instead. Slight mistake by me. Gonna make a couple more queens defensively, because he did show that he wanted to be a little aggressive. I think I'm gonna go in here one more time. Can I save that base? Probably not. Maybe I can kill this orbital, however. That would be nice. Let's see. I think he probably evacuated here from now. I'm going to drop these into the back of his base again. That is going to be a significant amount of units, and I'll just retreat from this as I can. I don't think I should be fighting that with my Zerglings, to be honest. Wait, can I kill this planetary? I don't think I should try it, honestly. I feel like if I tried it, that could just be a disaster. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be a really nice fungal. See, I'll get a fungal on those as well. Dude, if I keep fungaling them, my Lings are actually going to trade very efficiently too. So that group is going to die. Now the medevac is fungaled, and now I just retake that base instantly whenever I can. I should have enough Lings for this anyway. Like, Zerglings are really good against Marines if you drop the Marines on top of them, you know? Because they're not going to get, like, the surface area that they normally would. And there we go. All right, GG has to be called. Units lost is on our favor, which is always surprising when you play Zorg against Terran. And here, this really worked out surprisingly well. Like, I'm very surprised that we got ahead from this because he was greedy. I was very all in, but then I couldn't attack him for a while, so it looked pretty bad. Thing is, guys, you cannot really afford to put a planetary on the third base. I know it feels more safe, but you are just going to be a little bit too poor. Like, you really need those mules and orbitals. I get why he did it, but it is probably not the right idea here. But this strategy worked out really well once again. The Ling drops was very, I guess, patient with making Infestors, and then when I got them, they were at the perfect time. Helped me to clean this drop. He almost has nothing left in here, I believe. Yeah, it's only like 7 Marines or so. So this was really nice. Even killed this freaking orbital with Zerglings. And this was a beautiful episode. We improved a lot in Ling Infestor. I think we're going to be about 4.5k MMR, which is really good. Hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. If you did, give the channel or give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and then see y'all for the next video. Adios.